Hey everybody, welcome back to The Tipsy Ghost. We are your tipsy hosts, Sarah, and Lindsay.
Hey guys.
Hi. Hello. How are you?
I like how you just nod each time, like they can see you nod.
I thought they could feel it. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah?
That's all I have. I'm good.
I'm good too. We were just talking about how it's been a while since we've actually gotten together.
Yeah, what, like 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks, okay.
But
also
I feel like
to
it's
podcast.
been 3 weeks.
To record?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It has been 3 weeks to record, but we saw each other 2 weeks ago, which is still
But did
feeling
we?
like a long time.
Does
for
it
me.
count?
No.
It counts for me.
I feel like it was a long time. Yes. I don't know what you mean by does it count.
Well, we had lots of bonding time, but also we had some critical alone time.
Listen, I was with everyone.
You were.
I was ping-ponging around.
We're going to talk about that actually this episode. So the last time we saw each other was on a haunted investigation, which is what we're talking about tonight anyways. So
That's very true.
Let's just hop into it.
Okay.
Yeah, we got lots to talk about. So
Yeah.
we went to the Elms Hotel and Spa.
We did.
In Excelsior Springs,
Nailed
Missouri.
it.
Thank you for saying it first.
You're welcome. Sarah has been stumbling over how to say that, and for some reason, it's a word I can say.
I don't know. It's one of those things that I look at and I try to make way more difficult than is necessary. Excelsior is Excelsior in my head. And it's not right. It's not right.
It's not.
It's not.
So we went there for our lovely Boydston's birthday.
That's me.
Yes.
Aww.
So we went on
It's my
probably our nicest haunted investigation.
Yeah.
Where we got to sleep in actual beds
True that.
and have heat was not even a question. Or air conditioning.
Yeah, so funny story. We knew about this place way
Oh,
beforehand.
yeah. It's super famous in Kansas City.
Right. Yeah, you got to go there if you're local to this place, or even if you're not. It's beautiful and it's well known. So we knew it was on our to-do list. We put it there. We made it happen. And then we called up randomly one night and we said, "Hey, we have a reservation. Can you please switch us to your most haunted room?"
Mm-hmm. And we got it.
And you should have seen the look of cringe on these two faces. Because guess who called? It was
Sarah.
Who was you?
We had to get a few drinks in her, but she did it.
I did it.
But
I
you
was
were
brave.
also being so over the top with this guy, and it was the same guy who checked us
It was
in.
Noah. It was Noah. Yes, it was.
And it was under my name. And when they got there before I did. We all drove separately. And so I go up to the front. I'm like, I think my friends checked in for me. And I gave him the room number. And he goes, yes, Miss Wood, the Sarahs checked you in. I said the Sarahs. Yes.
Could you please only refer to us as the Sarahs from here on? Because we called you Miss Wood for most of the night.
Yes. Miss Wood, your room is ready. Yes, thank you.
It's very fancy.
Yes.
And you say I was over the top, but let's be honest, that's just what I sound like when I've had a few beers.
Thank you, Noah.
Thank
you
you
are
so
so
much.
great. You are fantastic. You made
Have
my
you heard
night.
about our podcast?
Okay.
It's so true, though.
It is
Also,
true.
Sorry, Noah, for using your name a lot. You were
But
great.
you were wonderful. We loved you. You
Yes.
stood out to us. That's why I keep saying your name. Yeah, and I apologize for being obnoxious, Noah. And for
okay.
saying, hey, did you know we had a podcast? It wasn't to promote us. It was to
to explain why we wanted the haunted
yes,
room.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So fun fact, there are multiple haunted rooms at this place. Just gonna say that up front.
The whole place
Yes.
is haunted.
Are you ready to hear about some of the history?
I cannot wait.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
All right, so the Elms Hotel and Spa is located in Excelsior Springs. Nailed it.
Nailed
Good
it.
job.
During the 1800s, the area had recently discovered healing mineral waters. In 1880, a local girl named Opal became extremely ill with a form of incurable tuberculosis, and her father asked around the area for advice on how to heal her. The locals suggested that Opal be given a bath in the spring water from the nearby river, and over several weeks he gave her many, many baths and had her drink this mineral water, and she began to steadily improve, and eventually she was completely cured.
Wow.
of this incurable tuberculosis.
Got it. Okay. Healing water.
Right. So word got around about Opal's miraculous healing, and soon many people began flocking to the waters.
Floking.
Words are hard. They had a variety of different issues, ranging from Civil War wounds to just bad joints. Everybody wanted to go there. All right.
Okay, sorry.
A couple of men named John Van Burenflack and Anthony Wyman realized that the water had quite a bit of potential, and they realized that they could probably make some money off of this land.
There it is.
And eventually the town of Excelsior Springs was formed. The healing effects of the water were advertised and eventually brought more and more people to the area. But because the town was so new, there wasn't enough houses for all the people who were coming to the area. So in the late 1880s, and specifically it was 1888, the Elms Hotel was built. The hotel was grand and beautiful. Guests would come and soak in the mineral waters. There were also lots of parties and grand balls, which we saw the ballroom.
We did.
I like grand balls.
I did too. That's why I specifically put it in there. Grand balls.
Lindsay, what's your thoughts on grand balls?
Hey,
No comment.
we got asked to help in a sponsorship.
Oh, yes.
Smooth balls.
Oh, I was like, we did?
Boydston. I could tell she was about
You
5
didn't
cents
read
behind.
it.
I was like, should we record it right now? What's happening?
No.
No, it was about how to have smooth balls, and
Okay.
I don't think that is
Here's the thing, though.
an ad we should do.
The kit that they showed was like a nail kit. It had nail clippers in it.
Oh, maybe that's what they used to have smooth balls.
Listen,
No.
I still don't think so. I don't think it's for us.
I don't think so either.
Like smooth balls of your feet.
Nope.
Calluses can be a bitch.
I don't think that's what they meant.
Also, they had so many followers. Like, are there that many bots? I don't know. Anyways, it was fascinating.
Feet health is important.
And here we are
Suppose.
advertising for them.
Damn it.
Oh, they got us.
We lose. All right, back to grand balls.
All
That's
right.
where we were.
Back to the other
So-
kind of balls.
Eventually became one of the most popular destinations in the country.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, though, on May 9th of 1898, a fire burned the Elms to the ground. Thankfully, there were no fatalities or injuries. However, the fire completely destroyed the hotel. And it said that the fire was due to a candle in the ballroom.
Mm.
The second Elms Hotel opened on July 31st, 1909, and it seemed like it was going to be restored to all of its glory. However, by what seems like a very unfortunate stroke of bad luck, another fire destroyed the second hotel
Oh my
on
gosh.
October 30th of 1910.
A year later?
Yes! It
That was real bad luck.
was real rough. This time, the fire was due to a malfunction within the boiler. The people of Excelsior Springs decided that they were not going to let this stop them from having an Elms Hotel.
Hashtag
Damn
can't
it.
stop, won't stop.
2 down, we are going to make it happen.
Third time's the charm. Let's
That's
do it.
right. So, just a few short months after the second hotel burnt down, they were already planning to build a third hotel.
Where are they getting all this money to keep rebuilding?
Well, you'll hear.
Okay.
So on
Uh-oh.
September 7th of 1912, the Elms Hotel opened for a third time. This is the version that you currently see.
Okay, still impressive. Over 100 years old.
Yeah, the front of the hotel, though, is the only original part left. During the 1920s, the hotel was pretty popular and had quite a few well-known guests. At one point, it was almost turned into a sanitarium, but I guess it wasn't. It was
Okay.
almost. Probably because of the size, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And they did suffer during the Great Depression and filed for bankruptcy in 1931. During the 1930s, the Elms had a new ownership, and it transformed once again into the beautiful and coveted location that it is now. I put that word in there myself, thank you. Coveted.
Good job.
Blessings. I just threw in this part of the Superman Returns film was filmed here at this location.
That is true.
Oh my god. Was that a
How
burp?
did you know that?
Because didn't he say that in our tour?
Yeah, he did.
Don't remember.
I only did because I had to
It was
listen
recorded.
to myself. Yeah.
We'll get to that point. You know what? If it were me, I
so
would have done the same thing.
I'm so glad you guys did not have to listen to that hour-long footage of me singing to myself as I went up the stairs.
I knew why you didn't want me to listen to, and I was
It
like,
was
sure.
embarrassing.
It's fine.
So many times that you guys are like, Lindsay, be quiet. And I was like, okay, sorry.
Yes, which I do need to bring up your notes just for that purpose only. Okay, so many popular guests came through, including Presidents Truman and Roosevelt, also Willie Nelson, Andrew Zimmerman, Tech Nine, of course, because Casey
Mo.
Right. And well-known crime figures, including Al Capone, Pretty Boy Floyd, and Bugsy Moran.
You forgot one.
Did I?
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, I was like, was he a crime?
He solves football crimes. That's what he does.
Yeah, he does.
Pretty
I didn't know he
much
stayed there, actually.
anyone would go to this hotel.
Just a few weeks before we did, him and Brittany went there.
Makes
I did not know
sense.
that.
It's a good, escape out of the busy town. All right, so the crime guests, it was reported that they held illegal gambling and bathtub gin parties at the hotel. Which
Some, prohibition was? Or
So what does that mean? Did they bathe in gin?
That's why I put that there, because I'm not really sure.
I think it sounds like they made gin in the bathtubs. Because if this is prohibition
Follow-up
times,
question, how do you make gin?
I have
That's
no
called
idea.
jungle juice in my...
Caribou.
I have no idea how to make the alcohol. I just know how to drink it.
We just threw a whole bunch of things in the bathtub,
Sometimes.
and then you take a plastic cup and drank from it, and it was
I'm
jungle
sorry.
juice.
Wait, you
that
did
was a
this?
thing?
Yes.
This seems very unsanitary.
That is disgusting.
Did you trust whoever's bathtub you were drinking out of that
I
they
did not
cleaned it?
question this. I was in college, y'all.
Those tubs were probably so nasty.
Right, so when
That's
you're...
why you haven't gotten the COVID.
When you're questioning COVID vaccinations, remember, if you ever drink jungle juice, then you're probably safe.
out of somebody's bathtub. Nasty dorm bathtub. Oh, gross. Boydston's giving her the utter look of judgment.
It was a whole party. I don't know. It was a thing.
I am shook.
You literally just poured a whole handle of vodka and cranberry juice, maybe multiple handles of things,
I'm gonna vomit.
mixed it. Listen, it was a rough time.
With your feet?
No.
No, you just put the stopper down.
They didn't mix it with their feet, but
don't
I'm
have to mix it.
sure that bathtub had some stray leg hairs left over from
Leg
shaving.
hairs is being generous. We all know it was a fucking pube, and I probably drank it. And then I was thinking, what's in this COVID vaccine? I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's so disgusting.
Y'all look at me with faces of disgust.
She's getting the Boydston head shake right now.
I'm so sorry. It's just the truth. Oh my God. And you know what's even worse is I went to college in Lawrence, and those bathtubs are at least 800 years old.
I'm just I can't get over it. I can't. I want to
Hey.
vomit.
You want me to make you some jungle juice?
No, thank you, ever.
Yeah, in a pitcher.
No, in the bathtub? It's only legit. It's from the bath.
I'm very concerned about you.
A long time ago. I survived.
You did.
Barely, but I'm
Miracles
fine.
of miracles. Did you do this more than once? Oh, gross.
It was like a thing. You went
more
to
than one bathtub? Multiple? Ew.
multiple houses.
No, you might as well have had somebody take a bath in the jungle juice and you scooped it out between their private parts while they're in the bathtub.
I realize that now, but at the time
It's
it
so
seemed like
disgusting.
nobody's in there. I have no idea if they watched that. Oh, now I'm gonna vomit. Okay.
They did
College-
not watch that before.
College kids, absolutely
They
not.
did not wash their
I
bathtub.
just
Stop.
I just started
Stop.
cleaning my bathtub a year ago, so no, they did not.
I cleaned my college bathtubs when I moved in, and that was it.
I
Yes.
wanted to believe
Yes.
that they really scrubbed their bathtub before
They
they
did
made
not.
the jungle.
They
juice.
scrubbed it
probably
with their
just-
scrotum. Yeah, that's what happened.
They probably just put the hot water on full blast and just let it run, and they're like, "That's good."
Hey, that works for me actually.
All the pubes that came down, they used that as a scrubby. They collected them all together.
As long as it's not in the bathtub with the
This is
juice.
So disgusting. All the mildew.
I am literally
and the
shocked that you guys never had
stuff.
jungle juice.
I don't
Okay,
feel
are
like
you shocked by me? No, you should not be by me.
True that.
I don't feel like I have lived now. There's
Boydston
something
probably took
missing.
one look at the bathtub and said, "I'm out."
Yo, I really remember
Are
that
you guys?
happening
Do you guys
multiple
think
times.
that I had the social prowess to go to parties?
Prowess?
Sure didn't.
Maybe not alone, but like with
She
a
was
group.
watching Big Bang Theory in her dorm room.
Yes.
I know you.
Here's the thing. I didn't do dorms because I didn't want to be around people.
Oh,
so
I
you
got
did
an
apartment.
apartment.
So it
Mhm.
wasn't ever dorms. Does that? It shouldn't
No.
make you feel better
No,
because again,
those college apartments are just as gross as the dorms.
I lived in Lawrence, and those college
town apartments
houses
are nasty.
were rough.
Yeah. No, there's no coming back from this. There's no redeeming this.
Well, it is what it is. I drink pubes. Sorry.
Oh, if this wasn't a haunted investigation, that's the title of the episode right there.
I drank pubes.
You're lucky this is about the elms.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. Even I'm grossed out.
All right, so they had gin bathtubs. Okay, that's what I remember.
That's where we are. All right. So at some point, police did try to raid the Elms during Prohibition on several occasions.
Right.
And one time they busted in on a party that included the governor of Missouri.
Oh, hey, governor.
Right. The
Let's
governor
just say-
basically shooed them off and said, go out and bust somebody else who's really breaking the law.
Ooh, governor.
That was in quotes.
He's dirty. Not because of the gin.
What an insult. He's dirty.
Well, because he's breaking the law. He's like a
breaking
dirty,
the law. Okay.
like a dirty cop. Dirty governor. I don't know.
Dirty what?
Nothing.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Dirty cop.
Or you just wanted me to say that again so you could sing it.
Yes.
Okay.
I love that song. I haven't thought about it until just that moment. Thank you. And now we know what our TikTok is tonight. That's amazing.
I was thinking that you wanted me to say it again because I was saying it wrong, and I started second guessing myself. I was like, it's called a dirty cop, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, thank you.
Dirty
I'm
cop.
not wrong. Okay.
That's how you must refer to it.
There we
as.
go.
Okay. So on November 2nd, 1948, Harry S. Truman stayed at the Elms and was accompanied by 6 Secret Service agents. Wow, say that even once fast.
Nope.
He wanted to enjoy the quiet of the hotel and escape the stress of the election. He stayed in room 200 at the time, and he and his party occupied the entire west wing of the second floor. But side note, the first floor did not exist as we know it now, so if you visit now, the Truman Suite's actually in room 300. During the 50s, the Elms was often reserved for full national conventions like Avon and the American Red Cross. It also started gaining a reputation as a wedding and honeymoon venue. During the 60s, it went through a little bit of a tough change, and it was marketed as more of a motor inn and a Sheraton hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And by the 70s...
The 1700s, yes. I'm familiar.
Are you? You're familiar?
Yes.
The 1970s.
1970s, got it.
The Elms closed its doors for the next 8 years. Once again, the hotel was under new ownership, and in 1981, it got another lease on life. It began gaining more popularity and focused on the new spa renovation. It included a European-style lap pool surrounded by a jogging track, which, side note, we were in this lap pool. Do you remember a jogging track? Lindsay, I'm not talking to you.
No, it wasn't there. It never happened.
That seems
Okay.
very dangerous to have a jogging track around a wet, slippery pool.
I'm like, it wasn't that big, was it? Okay, that's what she said.
Bazinga.
Bazanga. Okay.
Okay.
All right. After the lap pool, there was also waterfall tubs, a unique environmental room, and complete with hot tubs and cool mists.
Very cool. We did
Yes.
not get to see the spa part of this.
We did not have that. They even converted part of the hotel into condominiums as part of the new timeshare corporation. In the summer of 1991, the hotel declared bankruptcy yet again, and rumors started flying saying that the hotel was actually going to close down, but it never did.
Thank
It
goodness.
stayed open. It struggled a little bit, but in 1988, the hotel had a $16 million renovation, and in 2012, it was reopened after a $20 million renovation.
Jeez.
So just some history about the ghost and paranormal activity. There's quite a bit here, so hang on with me.
Okay.
We're going to start in the lobby, and we took the paranormal tour, so I'm going to go in the same pattern that we went. We started in the lobby.
And we got this because I recorded this on my phone the whole time.
Yes, she did.
And it's a good thing we did because I don't remember some of this.
Well,
actually, no, I do remember the tour.
We pre-gamed quite a bit.
We pre-gamed a lot, you guys.
We got to remember our age sometimes.
Yeah, and like by pre-game, like I don't mean seltzers and wine. I mean the VOD.
One drink is what we had before the ghost tour.
I had 2 before the ghost tour and was drinking a 3rd on the ghost tour.
Lindsay, it's not what you put in your mouth.
It's how much.
It's how much.
I put a lot of vodka in my mouth.
That's the problem. You put a lot in your mouth.
That's what she
If
said.
you would have had a lot of seltzers, it would have been the exact same.
But it took less vodka for me to feel the effects. Like, I would have had to have a lot more seltzers to feel what the vodka did.
Doesn't matter.
Have
We
you
were
seen
there to
yourself drink seltzers?
We were there to celebrate, and we did just that, and it was a fucking blast.
It was fun.
All right, so we're going to start on the ghost tour. We started in the lobby.
Yes.
And I'm going to give you some explanations and just information that he gave us along the way.
Mm-hmm.
So the first part is that the double doors, which is the entrance portion, have been witnessed flying open and heard slamming even when nobody's around.
And there's 2 sets of double doors.
True.
So these are the double doors that are like the interior.
Right.
That the wind would not be affected by, is what he's saying.
Right. Also, one night, staff heard a large crash of glass, but could find no source of the crash. Somebody saw a kid's handprint on the glass door, and staff thought it would be funny to write the words, "Get out" on the glass. The words frosted over right away, but the handprint stayed until morning.
That's kind of creepy.
It is.
The kid's handprint. Ugh.
Yeah. There have also been reports that people have seen, the way I wrote this made me laugh. People have seen a head and shoulders. Yeah.
Head and shoulders needs into.
Yeah, I was thinking more like a bottle of shampoo.
Oh, okay. We were on 2 different wavelengths.
Either way.
I was with my preschoolers.
Either way, not like a spooky head and shoulders. That's not where my head
Just the upper.
Yeah, the
part of
torso.
yeah.
Coming down the stairs, but nobody was really there. So that's what happened in the lobby. We then went up to the 5th floor, and apparently this is where Lindsay is totally out of breath as we reach the 5th floor.
Because the elevators are tiny.
Yes, I remember.
The elevators are so small, and in the video, which I'm the only
elevators.
one who watched it because I knew I was going to be a train wreck, I was like, all right, we'll go up the stairs. And Boydston goes, absolutely not.
Yeah. We're like, nope.
And so
Sounds like me.
not.
they both got on the elevator, so I was like, fine, I'll go up the stairs.
We were on the first elevator up.
You could have gone with us.
I
Just
know.
saying.
So we were on the lobby, so I mean, 5th floor, that's a lot of stairs. I was more optimistic about myself than I should have been.
It was a little bit of a rough
I
climb.
was like the first one of the group. Like there was a lot of people in our group, and I was the first one going up the stairs. And I'm singing as I'm going up the stairs about how my friends abandoned me.
Listen, nobody abandoned you. You could have
Quite
come
the opposite,
on.
actually.
Yes.
I get up the stairs, and you guys both are like, "How's it going?" And I'm like, "That was a mistake." I was so out of breath for like a solid 5 minutes. You can just hear my deep breathing. But side note, this is where we met
Callie, our friends Callie and Jen.
Our
Yes.
friends Callie and Jen, because they went up the stairs with me, and Callie was like, "Listen, anybody would be out of shape going up 5 flights of stairs." I was like, "Thank you."
Oh, she's so supportive.
She is.
So we
So
met
we
our
became
friends Callie and Jen at the top of the 5th floor. They'll be mentioned multiple times in this episode.
They're great.
There are 21 rooms total on this floor, including room 500, which is the presidential suite. People have reported waking up, hearing women's voices when they were the only ones on the floor. Housekeepers have also reported objects moving when they turn their backs and vacuums being unplugged pretty much all the time when they're in the rooms.
That's just an inconvenient ghost right there.
Right, like, why do we
Don't unplug
rude?
my vacuum.
Busy working. God.
Don't move things when I just put them down.
In 1972, an Elvis impersonator was drunk, and unfortunately he fell to his death outside of the 4th floor fire escape on a smoke break.
Yeah, that was really sad.
Fun fact, though.
Okay.
The outdoor pool is shaped like a bell for Southwestern Bell. Do you guys remember seeing that?
I remember Southwestern Bell.
When we were looking out the window. Okay.
So I remember somebody made a joke about it being like Taco Bell.
Right. Which is probably more applicable for our day and time.
Yes.
Also, there is a screech owl on the property. I put that in there because you could probably hear that and be kind of freaked out sometimes, especially if you walk outside.
Yeah. And he said that screech owls basically sound like women screaming their heads off.
Right.
So can be disturbing.
Right.
Can we confirm that?
You look it up. I'm going to keep going. On the 4th floor, in room 422, the TV has gone off and on by itself. And in the 1970s, a man held himself and his wife hostage in that room. And then he shot her and then himself.
And I remember him talking about that too with the TVs. It's been like for decades that the TV has gone on and off. So like the old school big box TVs and also like the flat screen TVs do it.
Yeah, good point. And if we ever go back, I think that's the room I want to stay in.
Yeah.
In room 415, a penny was found on the ground and kept moving up to the nightstand, even though she would...
So she found a penny and she like just threw it in the corner and then it was on the nightstand. And so then she threw it in the corner again and then there was 2 pennies on the nightstand. So she threw them both in the corner again and they kept coming back to the nightstand.
Are you ready for the screech owls?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, see, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I guess I could guess.
I mean, if you hear me outside the window.
It sounds like a woman laughing.
Is it me? Or is it just screech owl?
It's not like a woman screaming bloody murder.
I would agree with that. It sounds...
He really built that up.
Yeah.
He did.
Okay, good to know.
It's okay. All right, now you know what a screech owl sounds like. You're welcome.
Way to try to debunk things, but...
Just
are you?
call me Lindsay.
Do we really sound like that when we yell?
I can't even.
Okay. It's a little bit of a horse neigh. All right. So anyways, we're going to move on to room 425.
That's our room.
That's us.
The most haunted room.
I went there.
We were there.
We stayed there.
This was known as the busiest room. People report feeling someone sitting on the bed, seeing shadows. The alarm clock goes off and on at random times.
Inconvenient.
Right. And also, the room is noted to have air conditioning and heating issues at any time during the year. One person also stated that the door handle was moving, but there was nobody in the hallway. And side note, this handle moves independently, meaning like if you want to move the handle from the inside, you have to be inside of the door. Can you explain
like
that better?
If you are outside the door, like they thought someone was trying to get in their room because it was a busy night, and so they were like, "You're in the wrong room," and the door handle kept moving. And when they told the staff about it, because they left in the middle of the night, they were so freaked out. If you move the door handle from the outside, the door handle inside will not move. So it was something inside of the room with them that was moving the door handle. So they said
the ghost wanted
out.
They were like, "Get me out of here." These people are weird. I don't know. In room 438, guests have reported that their feet have been tickled by an unknown presence, which no thank you.
No thank you.
In room 447, somebody stated that they saw "Will you marry me?" written on the ceiling. There's a really funny story behind that, and you've got to go on the tour to hear the rest of it. But apparently during the presentation, Lindsay felt it necessary to holler out the words, "Word up!"
I don't know
During
why
the-
I said word up. And why you guys are still friends with me. It was after he told that story and he was like, "We're going to move down to the 3rd floor." I said, "Word up."
Mom.
I had to include that.
I don't know why.
Word up.
It's so weird. I'm so sorry.
That made me laugh really hard.
Oh, just wait. It gets worse.
I didn't include everything. You're fine.
Okay.
Ghost Hunters, the show, investigated here. And I think they focused a lot on the 4th floor.
They did, yeah.
Okay, moving on to the 3rd floor. Leslie Rule, who is Anne Rule's daughter, wrote a book that included the tour guide's story of when he saw somebody coming from the fourth floor to the third floor. He basically saw a reflection in the window from the staircase of what looked like just legs coming down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And he turned around to say, like, good afternoon or something, or good evening, thinking it was a guest, and nobody was there.
Right. That was pretty significant for him, because he touched on that a couple times. The third floor is where the timeshares used to be, and as I mentioned earlier, room 300 is the Truman Suite. A woman used to live there, and her dog took off running down the hall. She saw a woman disappear into the wall.
Oh, gosh. Can you imagine?
Just
vaporizing into the wall.
No. This woman is seen on the floor regularly. She appears distraught. She pulls hair and throws things. She sounds very angry to me.
Or
upset, yeah. Also, a little girl seen on this floor as well. Room 315, the housekeeper noticed that when they came back into the room, the bench at the end of the bed had been flipped upside down. Which, how do you just happen to notice that? Like, I'd walk in and be like, the fuck? They were so calm about it.
The housekeepers had, like, the most stories.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be startling, I'm sure. In room 352, the housekeepers put things in the room and stuff kept getting flipped upside down. Also, they found furniture all gathered in the center of the bed, which would be alarming also.
Yeah. No, thank you.
In room 347, people reported to have been scratched, and some report that they are scratched in fives by needles.
They look like needle thin, he said, and they were in groups of 5.
Yeah,
and it happened to 2 different people.
Yeah, which is interesting because most people claim to have been scratched in 3s.
Mm-hmm.
So, also equipment malfunctions often in this room.
Yeah.
On the second floor, this is where we declared that we officially wanted to be best friends with Callie and Jen.
I think it was me that said it.
We have claimed you as our best friends.
Yes.
You're welcome.
And for once, it was me claiming someone as my best friend and not you.
Yes, it was.
Normally it's you.
I mean, I love them equally,
I know.
but you declared it.
In my recording, I'm just like, she said something, I don't even remember what, and I cheersed her with my drink, and I said, we're going to be best friends.
Oh my gosh.
This is at one point when you guys were telling me to be quiet.
Oh, it was fine. Everything's fine. Room 215 and 212, people report feeling a pressure change. And in room 214, this is the Al Capone suite, where people also report a pressure change. People have seen shadows in the library lounge bar. The bartender saw a man from her position in the hot tub outside, watching her from the bay window in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And she refused to be in the bar alone after that. It totally freaked her out.
Mm-hmm.
There have also been reports of a man in a white suit who comes out of the bookshelves.
No, thank you. Hey, what about this book? Read this one?
Like, just looking over at you, like...
I think that sounds fun.
No, he sounds like an aggressive librarian.
That's me.
Goes around shushing people.
And just evaporates into the books. Ugh, get out of here, librarian. So in the ballroom/hallway area, this would be like the grand ballroom.
Mm-hmm.
The lights were out, but a figure was seen crossing in front of the doorway. It was a long-haired blonde female, and she went through the doors on the back wall, which used to be the dining area, but it's now used for storage. The female was in modern Bakewent clothing and appeared to be wearing a waiter uniform. Apparently, a 5-year-old boy asked one of the servers if they had a name for the guy in the closet.
No, thank you.
During one of their parties. Or weddings. And he said, if not, we should call him Ace.
Oh my gosh, no thank you.
I was going to go with George, but Ace is fine.
Can you imagine being at a wedding and your 5-year-old's like, Mom, there's a man in the closet staring at me.
I would go to that closet.
Well, we would because we're weird.
We
All
would,
right.
yes.
We have made it to the basement area. This is the area where most of the parties were held back in the day. Where the gin bathtubs or jungle juice was held.
Gross. I can't ever look at you the same.
Don't you judge me.
I'm just kidding. I'm worried about you.
I mean, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm fine.
I don't think I want to share any drinks with you anymore.
That sounds judgy, but I mean, I get it.
But understood.
All right. So in the basement, this is where the pool is. So it kind of is a little bit windy to get down there. You wouldn't.
It's confusing.
We found that out the hard way.
Don't let a drinking Lindsay be in charge of the elevator.
True that. We pushed what, like
I pushed the lowest level.
yeah,
She did, and we got off on the lowest level, and then we just walked straight, which apparently is a
there was
no-no.
only one direction to go, really.
First off, the elevator let us off if they don't want us to get off of it.
I agree.
And I set off an alarm.
We walked a little too far, and then alarms started happening. So I hit the stairs. I don't want to be any part of this.
She was so
It
embarrassed.
was real awkward, and I'm standing there like freeze frame. Lindsay's off in the dark, and this
Somebody
lady's
comes
like,
to yell at
"Girl,
us.
you set off the alarm," and I was like, "I didn't mean to."
We didn't touch anything. We just walked.
But apparently you can't go like to the spa level and across to the pool. So if you ever go you go there, you have to like go up and around and
then
down. Just
Downstairs.
ask for directions.
Yeah, we didn't know. Listen.
The Mineral Springs pool is down.
And it's like a lazy river. Like it's got a current.
A little bit. I don't know that it really does, but we definitely created one.
I felt like it did.
Well, we did.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think there is one
Okay.
there, but we created one.
Okay.
It's a lap pool, not really a lazy river.
Right.
So
But when everybody starts going the same way,
it probably felt like there was a current.
that's what I'm saying. All right. So in the pool area, a 5-year-old boy has been seen swimming in that lap pool, and staff has come to lock up the pool at night after nobody's been in there, but there are fresh ripples in the water. A photograph has shown a man sitting in the corner where there was nobody there. And this is the location where the speakeasy was during Prohibition, and it's believed that a man was shot and killed here. The staff has also heard a woman scream when nobody was there, or is it a screech owl?
That was good.
That was
Thank you.
really good.
I practiced. Equipment's also known to malfunction, including phones.
Yeah.
So, in one of the craziest stories is that wet footprints have been seen down there. They look unusual, so investigators put up a night vision camera and tried making their own footprints, but by morning, theirs had dried up and the others remained.
That's creepy. Really creepy.
I'm laughing because Lindsay took notes for us, so thank you.
You're welcome. I'm adding commentary.
Yes, you are. No, I'm laughing because at the very end, there's this one note that I don't think fits in the pool section.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to have to fill me in. But it says, he just woke up and said his clothes were gone and they were on the chair. And another guest said that her teeth disappeared.
Oh, yes. So this was like no specific room. He just said it at the very end of the tour. That he had one guy who said he was at the pool. He went up to his room, laid his clothes out. By morning, his clothes were gone. And another woman had said that her teeth were missing.
I read that like 10 times. I'm like, did she write teeth?
So he made a joke to finish out the tour saying, there is a well-dressed ghost with some teeth running around here. But
oh my gosh. Actually, that would be kind of funny just to like see only like you could see through them, but their dentures are like real clear.
Like if they don't have any lips.
Yeah, exactly. But like nice clothes and some weird dentures.
So, Lindsay, I have
Damn.
a question.
Yes.
How was it listening to the recording
She wouldn't
when
let
you
us.
dropped your phone so many times?
She
I
wouldn't
dropped it
let
like
us
3
hear
times.
it.
So the way I was holding my phone was I had like my crossbody bag on across my chest, and I had my phone like in between my shirt and my strap, and it fell like anytime I bent over or something like that. So it was not fun. I enjoyed listening to the part where I humiliated you.
Yeah, you want
Oh.
to talk about that?
Yeah. I don't remember what happened. I just remember
I
that I
do.
spilled my drink and you flipped out and wouldn't talk to me.
It
I
went all the way to
do.
the ceiling.
I remember everything. You know, one of
I
those
remember
nights where you
spilling
try
it.
so hard to drink and you're like not quite to the level of your friends. That was me all night. I was like, yay, I'm having a good time. And I was, but I wasn't quite.
You weren't on my level.
guys. Neither of you. I tried so hard. And that's not normally
I'm very
me.
glad though that you didn't. But I remember
But
spilling
I remember
it.
every detail. I remember that.
And this was near the end of the tour, and I remember spilling it. It was one of the times I dropped my phone, so I was bending over to get my phone and, like, tripped, like I always do. And I spilled my drink, and Boydston, of course, was horrified by me.
Well, it wasn't just a spill. Like, it was amazing.
You should have taken a picture of it.
I
didn't
think she
look at
did.
it. I didn't look at it.
I feel like she did because it was
feel like I
crazy.
did.
It was like high level.
It
It wasn't like, oops, I spilled a few drops. No, it was like a.
And I
like
didn't have that much left in my drink because I remember I finished it like right afterwards because you took my cup from me. But she was like, I can't stand by you. Like, you know how Boydston is with
Any attention?
any attention whatsoever. And so she thought I was drawing attention because I was a little messy at this point. And she like stood away from me. Me and Sarah were by each other. And you were trying to listen to the tour guide.
I
and
tried really hard.
There was a guy across the hall from us who his zipper was down.
It was in the hallway. I remember exactly where it was. It was
By
right
the
on the.
prohibition stuff. Yeah.
Yes, it was on the hallway on the way down to the pool.
And so I just leaned over to her, and you were like, "Be cool, be cool, be cool." And I said, "His zipper's down."
It was like splayed open too. Like, and he had his hands in his pocket. It was real
so
awkward.
weird. I was like, "It's all I can look at."
It's true. I'm not gonna lie. I was
Just
like,
so you know, I was on the other side whenever you guys were talking about that, and I could hear you.
Like I said,
did you hear me going? It's fine. Everything's fine, Lindsay.
Yes.
Don't talk about it.
You can edit that out because I don't want to embarrass him. But
Oh, I'm sure he's going to listen.
No, I know, but still, I don't
I'm
want
sure
to
he's gonna
embarrass
listen and
anyone.
know
But
that it's
I
him.
was just like, "Dude, your zipper."
I'm just surprised that neither of us said anything.
I was too embarrassed to say anything to him, but
I almost did because I feel like it's a courtesy thing, but then I was like, let's not. Better not.
no,
Not now.
I would never feel comfortable telling a guy his
No,
zipper
I
was
would.
down.
I would. I'd be like, hey, man, I don't think you mean for this to
I don't think you meant for this to happen.
Have you ever seen
Would you
Ace
ever
Ventura?
tell a guy that his zipper was down?
Depends. If I'd been drinking, maybe.
Yeah, that's the thing. Have you seen Ace Ventura 2?
No.
No,
Oh,
only
my
the first.
God. All right, well, there's this part where he's like walking around and going, Bumblebee tuna, excuse me, your balls are showing. Bumblebee tuna. That's what I would have said.
I wish you would have. Oh my goodness. Come on.
You.
So the Elms has a ton of paranormal history.
It does. We set up some recorders in our room because it
We
was
did.
noted to be one of the most haunted rooms. But
Yeah.
truth be told, it's a little bit difficult to get like great audio because
This isn't like our normal investigations.
well that and it's like it's hard to hear anything.
Right.
Well, I mean, let me rephrase that. You can hear everything.
You
From the
hear
hallways,
everything.
yeah.
You can hear people walking. You can hear people opening and shutting their doors. We're on the 4th floor, so there's a floor above us. You can hear them walking. So it's not like our normal investigations where we get the place to ourselves or where there's only like 10 other people. I mean, there's easily like 100 people in this hotel,
Oh yeah,
if not more.
I could hear people like every 5 to 6 minutes just walking down the hallway. There was another group of girls that I think they were probably drunker than we were. They were singing Kelly Clarkson at the top of their lungs. It was kind
Oh
of
my
fun
gosh,
to listen
I
to
love
them. You know, it was fun.
So it was hard to get any kind of evidence. I think I caught a whistling at one point. Could have been somebody just walking by, but it sounded a little weird. A couple thuds here and there, but again, that could have just been somebody opening or closing their door and just being quiet.
Yeah, but to your point, I could hear knocking a few times, which I feel like we're in the room. You know,
Yeah.
I wasn't there, so I don't know exactly, but I can tell the difference from across the hall
Mm-hmm.
and like what sounds close. And you can hear the AC kicking on too very clearly, so it was definitely not that.
We did have the cat balls go off a couple times while we were in the
While
room.
we were recording.
Cat balls, flashlights, the REM pod.
REM pod went off. Uh-huh. And that was all while we were in the room.
Yeah, so I got that recording.
Okay.
And
You're welcome.
Oh gosh.
here's just some things that I wrote down.
I'm so scared.
So this is while we were
Here's some things.
This was before we went on the tour.
before the tour, while
This
we were
is when we
doing
were
live.
Oh god, which is recorded, and I refuse to watch it
Oh, I
because
watched
Lindsay
it
and I
the
did a
next day.
musical.
Yeah, so Lindsay
choice.
at one point went out to get ice,
Mhm.
and then she was knocking on the door, and Sarah goes, "What's the password?" And Lindsay goes, "Your mom," which is classic.
Thank you.
And
Let me
then I
also
said-
add, she asked me that when there was people behind me, and so they all heard me go, "Your mom," and they laughed at me. They thought it was funny.
What did I say?
You
White
let
or
me
red?
in.
I was referring to clam chowder.
Oh. What?
What?
It's another Ace Ventura reference. I need to stop watching.
I was like,
Listen,
what are
we
you
have not
talking
seen it.
about?
Obviously, I watched it 8 million times growing up.
You and your jungle juice, okay.
At one point, our friend Rob said that Sarah has her splooge jeans on, and Lindsay
Yes.
found it so funny that she fell over and then needed help back up.
Listen.
At another point, Sarah burped, because that's Sarah,
Sorry.
and she goes, "Demon or burp, you'll never know."
Can we please get that on a t-shirt? Demon or burp?
Thanks for the commentary. Demon or burp, you'll never know.
Another point, Lindsay sings another song, "Ghosty Ghost, come out and play. Ghosty Ghost, come out and play."
Was this before they asked for a musical?
Yes.
Yes, this was just me singing to the ghost. That's
And
right.
then we turn into Tipsy Ghost the musical,
As always.
and I ask
So
for paranormal improv to the tune of different songs.
Oh my God.
And so we paranormal improv to Bill Nye the Science Guy, Wrecking
Oh my
Ball,
God.
and
What?
the Harry Potter theme song.
Do you not remember you doing Miley Cyrus on a wrecking ball?
I do remember. I forgot about it until this moment. I
was
came
the one
in from
singing,
across.
and you were just dancing across on a wrecking ball.
You don't dance on a wrecking ball.
Whatever it was, I don't know what to call it.
You write it.
fly in.
She flew in several times.
I gave several of our followers nicknames.
Yes, you did. Alpal.
Alpal, Mo,
Momo.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
I'm very clever. And then at some point, Lindsay made finger guns, and I got offended by that. And so then she pointed at her biceps and said, "How about these guns?"
You told me that you can't shoot people with your finger guns, and I was like, I do it all the time. And you're like, you can't do that. I was like, what about with these guns? It's a valid question. Sarah's losing it.
I forgot about all of this. You guys, we have a good time. I'm just saying.
We do.
We may not see ghosts, but we make a good time.
Well, I think it helped that we started our night out having a drink and yelling at the prom kids that were
We
there.
did.
Oh, we
There's
forgot
so
to
many prom
mention
kids.
that. But finish your stories.
That was the highlights.
The
So
highlights.
it was prom night for a high school.
Some high school.
We don't know. But Excelsior Springs is not a humongous town.
No.
So we walked from the Elms to downtown for dinner. And on our way back, there was a big group of high school kids in their prom gear.
Eating dinner.
Gear.
in their gear.
Prom gear.
Their dresses and tuxes, yes.
It's gear.
And there was a big window from the restaurant where we could see all of them as we're walking.
And I said, I'm going to wave to them. And they were like, absolutely not. Do not do that. And what did I do?
She waved at them.
Waved at them like a
And-
mom.
And they waved back.
All of them. And I said, I love you.
She did.
I did. I said, you're doing great.
These
Love
random
you all.
high school
I support you all. Call me if you need me.
kids. Boydston again.
I can't drive you home, but I will love you.
I just kept walking. I
She
like,
was
please,
so
Please
mortified.
please stop.
She could not
I
handle
did. I
us.
like talked through the window.
You did.
Yeah.
We were yelling out the window earlier. We were yelling at
like,
there were some kids taking pictures around the Elms, and
yeah,
we were
because
like,
what a beautiful scenery.
"It all goes downhill from here, kids."
I remember when I was your size.
And then we
Then
saw
you
this
hit-
bride, and we were like, "Is she in a prom dress? Holy shit!"
Like, then you hit 30 and you just start drinking and hunting for ghosts.
Listen, I think that was great.
I think we had a lot of fun celebrating Boydston's birthday here. May not have been heavy on the ghosts, at least not in our room, really. And we didn't really do a ton of investigating, but we had so much fun.
Yes, we did. We were a tad overserved, but no better safe place than the Elms.
You were the one serving us.
Not just me, Boydston did too.
I made one drink.
out of 2.
Okay, so 50-50.
Listen, it wasn't
If you
just
point
me.
this out, Lindsay's just going to blame it on both of us.
And that's
It's
fine.
never going to be Lindsay's fault for putting
Lindsay-
her stuff in her mouth.
Yeah. Right.
But at the end of the night after the tour, we went down to the lap pool and hung out with our new best friends.
Yes, you guys. You know what? Honestly, it was a great time.
Yeah, it was.
Even though we didn't have a lot of ghost encounters, we may have been slightly overserved. We made the lap pool a lazy river.
It was so much fun.
And made a lot of friends and a few frenemies.
Who's our frenemy?
Well, I think there were some people in the hot tub that were like, honestly,
were we being too
what
loud?
the fuck are you guys doing here?
Okay, listen, but this
That's
place
the vibe I
has
got.
a bar there, so everybody there was overserved.
In the lap pool, we made it.
Let me just say, so the Elms Hotel and Spa is beautiful. It's not really a family hotel. It's more like an adult hotel, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a fair assessment?
A family?
Like, I did not see a lot of kids. It's mainly
Right.
like women.
I think
couples.
They'll advertise it as like it's family friendly.
Right,
but
right. It's family friendly, but it's
like don't bring your kids.
it's
like
fun
go there
like,
for a
girls'
fun weekend getaway. Yeah.
Or a girls' weekend or a couple's getaway to go to the spa and the bar and all that.
Like you can bring your kids, but maybe it'd be more fun if you don't.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So I'm just saying, like, we were also down in the pool at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. So, but we didn't get anything in the pool, like any paranormal
Honestly,
stuff. But we weren't
Lindsay.
investigating there. We weren't investigating down there either.
I was literally hauling her ass out of the pool and up the stairs. So no, we didn't get any
And
paranormal.
that was the end of our night.
That's right. Yep, it was done.
And we went to bed and nothing woke me up. I don't know if anything woke you guys up.
Nope.
Other
Other than the scent of this quirk lemonade strawberry whatever
We left that out.
that grossed me out, but nothing else woke me up.
No
That's fine.
door jiggling. No.
I wouldn't have heard
Alarm
it
clock.
anyways. Boydston was in the front area by the couch. Did you hear any door handle jiggling?
No, I was in a little bit of rough shape. Just wasn't feeling great. The alcohol finally hit me and my body wanted to get rid of it. And so I couldn't lay flat.
Way to put that.
I couldn't lay flat, so it had a little couch with a chaise lounge. And so I was sitting up trying to sleep, and for probably a good 4 hours, I was awake. Maybe in my subconscious waiting for something to happen, but
Yeah.
it just didn't happen. I think they knew I was waiting for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. You fell asleep with your phone on you.
Mm-hmm.
And I came out and I thought you were awake because your phone was like so close to your face and you were sitting up. I was like, hey, how are you doing? You're like, get off of me. What are you doing? I was like, oh, sorry. So now I know you sleep sitting up with your phone in front of your face.
No, I mean, not normally. Just on
that night. Okay. All right.
Whereas me and Sarah were passed out in one bed.
Yes. I was trying to tell you to come back over. It's fine.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. And then
Bonding
we
night.
left in the morning and that was that.
It was a good night.
It was a lot of fun. It was kind of more like a birthday celebration, but
I agree.
Staying in a haunted hotel was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with one with
a lot of
so
history.
much history. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So is it haunted approved?
I'm going to go with yeah.
I'm going to go with yeah. Linz?
I mean, I didn't see anything. I'm going to go with, I mean, it's all per other people's stories, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it a really super fun place to go?
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
As long as your friends don't embarrass you. If your friend doesn't.
Friend.
Whoa. She's over there telling prom kids she loves them and she supports them.
I still stand by my
I was
statement.
less uncomfortable then than I was when you dropped your drink.
Spilled my drink.
It splashed to the ceiling,
It
up
really
the brick
did.
wall.
Or when you set off the alarms.
Okay,
And
setting off the
then-
alarms is not my fault because don't
I'm
let
not
me
done.
off the elevator.
And then
What else did I do? Fix it.
there was a puddle on the floor, and I was like, we need to go get paper towels. Like, we need to clean this up. Somebody's going to fall. And you're like, no, I'm not I've been drip spilling my drink all night. I was like, you have? And that's when I decided to leave her.
I'm like,
Listen,
I don't know what's
I
happening.
spilled it like one other time, and again, when I dropped my phone, I went to pick up my phone, and it just like spilled over the top.
Physics.
Oh my God, how does that happen?
Physics.
Because I wasn't paying attention to my drink. I was trying to get my phone.
Yeah, that happens though, things happen.
So just like any other haunted investigation, I was a mess up. Boydston's embarrassed by me.
Listen, it's usually me that's like a fucking weirdo.
I feel like this is new territory for us.
I know, it really absolutely is. It's usually me going, I'm so sorry for acting like a weirdo by the end of the night.
But I made
Shall I bring up
friends?
Do you want me to bring up Garnett? Will that make you feel better?
No,
okay.
No. I made us 2 new friends though, who are fabulous. And
they are wonderful. We love them.
Mm-hmm.
So you're welcome for that.
So anyhow, go check it out. We love this place. We'll definitely be going back, and we're going to stay in different rooms.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe
we're going to break up?
No, like
no.
Room.
A different room.
I thought like we were all staying in different rooms.
There's
we could try that. That seems intense.
Many haunted rooms that we can stay in. That's kind of
what I'm saying.
I want to do the feet tickling room.
Nope. I was going to go to the murder-suicide room.
That the TV turns on and off by itself all the time.
That is boring. I want to be touched.
On your feet?
You drink alcohol out of a bathtub and you don't want someone to tickle your feet?
Is this how it's going to be anytime I question anything?
Yes.
Excuse me. We're just going to say jungle juice.
I hate you both.
Oh, I can't wait until the next birthday.
Whose is it?
Mine.
Lindsay's.
Yours! Yay! We still got a few months, but it's okay.
Oh, it's coming. That's what she said. Okay.
All right, guys. That is the sign that it's time to end this. So thanks so much for tuning in to our haunted investigation of the Elms. You can always find us at thetipsyghost.com or email us at thetipsyghost@gmail.com.
Please give us a 5-star rating and a great review. We would greatly appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. You can always catch us next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Did I say that wrong?
It just sounded weird.
Thanks so much for tuning in. We will catch you guys next week. Dang it.